Greetings, Knicks Nation. I hope that this Thursday evening finds you safe and healthy, and that you and your families are also safe and healthy. Greetings and blessings upon those that work in the healthcare field and the first responders who every day, even on Thursday, are trying to save lives. And blessings also to those that pick up garbage for us to keep streets and sidewalks and parks clean, and those that make deliveries, even on Thursday, for our convenience. Double blessings on the men and women out here trying to rescue, deliver, and recover teenagers and their children in every state of the United States and every county in the United States that are the victims of child molestation and pedophilia, and victims also of human trafficking, and victims also of sex slavery, child pornography, prostitution, and child prostitution. And double curses on the perpetrators, the profiteers, and the perverts that traffic in this human misery. Finally, blessings on the homeless. There are nearly 600,000 men, women, and unfortunately children living on the streets tonight, and millions around the world in similar or worse conditions, and blessings upon them. For theirs is the kingdom. Greetings to the chat, Aaron Spalding, Ace of Spade, JJ Hands, Guilford, my man, Georgeson, Superstar, my brother Andrew Abraham, and Jaffe, is that how I say it? Cormiga, Cash Out, my man. Jermaine, 2189, my brother, 730 Prime. How are all y'all? Adrian Realty and Eddie Alvarez, I hope all of you guys are fine. Reason for this class is something was bothering me. Whenever something's bothering me, as you guys know by now, I usually go live. All right. Hempstead in the house, all right. What's up, y'all? So what was bothering me is I was thinking about our Knicks, right? Knicks Nation. I was thinking about our Knicks. And okay, look, all of us have expectations of our favorite teams, right? When you follow a sports team, you have certain expectations. Now, some people are realistic in their expectations. Some are unrealistic in their expectations, but we all have expectations of our team. So before this season, like I was looking back on the Knicks, and I was telling y'all know, I've been saying for a while that this is year 3 of the rebuild, right? I've been telling y'all that for a minute. This is year 3 of the rebuild. And so that's how I was treating it, because I'm feeling like, probably like 4 to 6 years. When you look at teams like the Chicago Bulls under Michael Jordan, it took them 7 years to win a championship, right? Once they drafted him. And other teams, Akeem Olajuwon in Houston, it takes a few years. Nobody just comes right out. Very rarely they come right out and start winning championships. Like Magic Johnson did it, but most people takes a while. And then today, in today's NBA, generally all first-round picks get 4-year deals, pretty much. And during the course of that 4 years, the team is hopefully developing the talent that they draft, right? That's the whole point, isn't it? And then you get enough of that talent and you get it together, and hopefully you get a guy like a Tatum or Jaylen Brown, or you get a Trae Young, or you get a, Donovan Mitchell or Garland, and you start making moves. That's the everybody hopes. Sometimes you get a generational talent like a LeBron James or Luka Doncic or Stephen Curry. Sometimes you could get them late, later than most people would think. Like some of them weren't drafted number 1, right? Overall. Or, Nikola Jokic. So the Knicks had drafted Mitchell Robinson. I think it was 2018. They drafted Mitchell Robinson in the 2nd round. In fact, just let me go back to that season. They drafted Mitchell Robinson, in 2018, I believe. And I myself decided when I saw him from his rookie year that they got to steal. I kind of decided that he was a cornerstone at that time. I was pulling for Frank Nitti, but I felt like we had a cornerstone in Mitchell Robinson. And so that's when kind of we started. But then Tibbs came the next year. And so I used that as year one of the rebuild. So we ended up getting Mitchell Robinson. We had that first year, Obi Toppin. We had Emmanuel Quickly. They had already drafted R.J. Barrett. And so you had a young core. And I was looking at that as the first year of a rebuild. Now, generally speaking, Knicks Nation, salute everybody in the chat. Generally speaking, when you are rebuilding, you start off losing a lot. You get high draft picks, and you develop those draft picks, okay? And then you go through stages. Your first stage is that what I just said. You're losing all the time, and you're getting a lot of high draft picks, and you're hopefully putting that together for them to develop together. That's Orlando Magic, right? They've been getting a lot of high draft picks for a number of seasons, and they're looking to develop that. And they're hoping that of the high draft picks they received, somebody pops into a superstar. Then they don't have to worry about somebody coming to them because they would have drafted it, right? So, like, for example, Paolo Banchero, like they had gotten Jonathan Isaac, they got Cole Anthony, they got they got a number of really good players. They had others that they traded away to make room. They drafted Mo Bamba, Aaron Gordon. They had a number of players that they drafted over the years, Suggs, right? And so they're trying to put it together. And then, so now they got a core. They got a guy they traded for, Wendell Carter. They got Paolo Banchero. Franz Wagner turned into a revelation. I think they got him late in the lottery, and he's much better than even I thought he was going to be. Franz Wagner. They got Suggs. They got Cole Anthony. They're starting to try to put it together, and this is where they're trying to build. Houston is in the same situation. Then you have a team that has done that, and now they're starting to take that next leap where they're not really, maybe not a playoff team, but they're pushing people. They're beating good teams. Oklahoma City. They're beating good teams. They're putting it together, slowly but surely. They're building around SGA, who they got in the trade from the Clippers. And he's a young talent, obviously, superstar talent. So they're building around him. They wanted to get Chet Holmgren, but of course he's out for the season. But they're trying to put together. And now, if you notice, I think Oklahoma City's beating a lot of good teams. I mean, they're doing pretty well. They're not an easy win, Somebody coming into Oklahoma City, you can't just expect an easy win. Matter of fact, let me see what they're looking at Oklahoma City. The Thunder are 4-3, and they won 4 straight. So, they're in that stage where they're a threat now. They can beat you. You can't just walk in there and expect to win. Detroit, on the other hand, you can, even though they could beat you, but they're in the beginning of their rebuild, right? So I'm saying all that to say, okay, where are the Knicks? So you had Mitchell Robinson, you had R.J. Barrett, you bring in Tom Thibodeau, which was probably, as we all know, not the best move if you're rebuilding. So you bring in Tom Thibodeau, and the good thing about Tom Thibodeau is he's bringing discipline. He's bringing discipline to the Knicks, right? He's bringing discipline. He makes sure that they are physically prepared to play. He's very demanding. And so you had him in his first year, and of course, he is not a development coach. We all know that now. He's not a development coach at all. And so his first year, he had his starting lineup. His first year, the most minutes was Julius Randle, Elfrid Payton, Nerlens Noel, Reggie Bullock, and R.J. Barrett. The only young player among them was Barrett. Then the second lineup there was Robinson, Randall, Payton, Bullock, Barrett. Now, 2 years later, here we are 2 years later, Bullock is gone, Noel is gone, Payton is gone, right? They're all gone. You're left with, and Randall's here, Robinson's here, Barrett is here. That year, as you recall, Nerlens Noel is a high-level defender. Not Nerlens Noel. Nerlens Noel, but I'm thinking of Reggie Bullock, high-level defender on the wing. Could hit spot-up jump shots, cannot go off the dribble. Not a playmaker. He's a spot-up shooter. Okay? Julius Randle, a post player. Okay? R.J. Barrett was in his second year. Elfrid Payton, a non-shooting point guard. Somebody that can penetrate, play high-level defense, can get into the paint, not a shooter by any stretch. Thank you, D-Monk's Workshop, for the $9.99. So you had, that's what your team, right? And they played high-level defense. You had Payton was a high-level defender. Bullock's a high-level defender. Robinson, then Noel. And RJ was, still learning the game, but he puts forth the effort. And then Julius Randle played defense that year like he never did in his career. So they were fourth in the East. Then they went to the playoffs and lost to Atlanta. And what did Atlanta do? Atlanta doubled Julius Randle. They put, smart, they put Trae Young on Reggie Bullock because they knew Bullock was just a spot-up shooter. He wasn't going to be able to post Trae Young. He wasn't going to take Trae Young off the dribble. So they put him on Reggie Bullock. That nullified the jump shot. They backed off of Payton and dared him to shoot. So they kept forcing the ball to Julius Randle. We know the rest. Okay? That was that. Then last year they bring in Evan Fournier, Kemba Walker, right? Terrible decision on both sides as far as defense. Our defense suffered. And you had young players that wasn't playing. We were in year 2 of the rebuild, but the young players weren't playing. And they happened to get time because of COVID. A lot of teams were suffering. Everybody in the NBA was suffering from COVID. Remember last year? Every team was catching the COVID protocols. Test positive, you're out for a week. Remember that? And so everybody was getting a chance to play because of that, but it was throwing off everybody's lineup, including the Knicks. Julius Randle had a terrible season as far as attitude. Some of y'all keep looking at the stats and acting like it was the 2010 was all that. Bullcrap. He was an a-hole the whole season. A-hole on the court. A-hole to his teammates. A-hole to the referees. That's what he was. Anal retentive the whole season. Okay? And he forced things. Okay? That was the problem. His attitude. He was supposed to be the leader. So here we come to year 3 now. Okay? Here we come to year 3. All right. I was expecting Julius Randle to be traded. I was expecting Evan Fournier to be traded. And I thought Cam Reddish would be traded because the Lakers were interested in him and he's a young talent. None of that happened. So instead, they traded Kemba Walker, Nerlens Noel, Alec Burks. Okay? They kept Evan Fournier, Cam Reddish, Julius Randle. They kept all of them. Okay? They bring in Hartenstein and they sign Jalen Brunson as the point guard. The Knicks had not had a full-time regular threat as a point guard in a minute. So it looked promising. Then we saw Julius Randle, and this is what I was hopeful about. I saw him in preseason playing like he did 2 years ago. Thank you for this $9.99, Keith Watkins. Salute all just getting home. Did I miss much? No, we just started. Quick catch up. No, we just started. You didn't miss anything, Keith. So I saw him playing defense, rotating, passing the ball, not holding it, letting Brunson dictate things in the preseason. That was a revelation. And the Knicks looked really good in preseason. And they looked really good in their first couple of games, and Randle was doing that. A couple of things happened since. Now, before the season, I want to say one more thing. I had mentioned that Tom Thibodeau was going to be in the hot seat. Do y'all remember that? I told you, if the Knicks start off slow, he's going to be in a hot seat. If he stays stubborn and doesn't look to use all of the talent he has available, and the Knicks start stumbling, he could be fired, and Johnny Bryant would be the coach. Now, here we are. The Knicks are 3-4. Okay? I'm still of a mind, if they can get out of this 10 games, the first 10 games, 5-5, that's a success. Okay. So we're going to see. There's 7, they got 3 more games. We're going to see what happens. But we've seen a couple of things, very strange things. in the first 7 games of the season. First off, Julius Randle is reverting back to the way he was playing for most of his career. He seems to be getting worse and worse in his attitude. He's holding the ball longer. He's missing defensive assignments. It started slowly, but it's coming. At first, my hope, and a lot of your hope, was that both Jalen and his father, could reel Julius in. It looked like that in the preseason, and in the first couple of games, it looked like that. But slowly, it's not happening. Yesterday was the prime example. It was really not happening. Okay? Then Jalen Brunson was the point guard, controlling the tempo, calling the plays, breaking down defenses and getting everybody involved until the last 3 games. I think, and tell me what you think, it appears to me that Jalen Brunson is playing what we call in the street hero ball. Have you noticed that? He's been playing hero ball. I was wondering what's going on. He's been trying to put the onus of scoring on himself. And I think all of us, when we think of the point guard, we're not trying to have him be the high scorer. We wanted him to control everything, control the ball, control the tempo, make sure everybody's accountable. That's what we wanted. But he seems to be shoot first. And this is the problem with shoot first. You don't get everybody involved. And then people start standing around. And that was been happening. Now, hey, what's up? So that's what's been happening, right? So now here we are. And I'm wondering, what do we have? That's the title. What have we here? Are the Knicks in rebuild mode and we just took another step backwards? Is this just a little bump in the road and they're going to get better as I believe the season goes on? Or are they going to be a contender? I still hold that they can win 45 games this year or more. And the reason I'm saying that is because I believe they have the talent to do it. And this way, I've been getting some messages, but from some of y'all, I don't know. Some of y'all use any excuse to act jerky. Look here, man. The Don is still the Don. We still got a plethora of draft picks. And he put together the roster. And let me tell you something. There's nothing wrong with the roster. Thank you, Russell AC, for the big dub, man. Appreciate that. Keep up the great work, Brother Raw. You are a big help to Knicks Nation. Thank you, sir. I greatly appreciate that. There's nothing wrong with the roster. The Don put the roster together. And he leaves it up to the coaching staff to make the cake. Okay? He gives you the ingredients and you make the cake. Ain't nothing wrong with Obi Toppin. Nothing wrong with Quick. Nothing wrong with none of them cats. They can play. But what is going on with Tibbs? Thank you, De La Music, for the $9.99. Roy, you know Julius wasn't going to change, but you encouraged patience last night is who we are. When IQ froze out Jalen in the third. Oh, you know what, though? De La Music. He said IQ froze out Jalen Brunson in the third. But you know what, though? I have to be honest. I was glad he did. It was only Emmanuel Quickly, Obi Toppin, and RJ Barrett that acted like they wanted to win that game last night. Those are the only 3 dudes that act. Now I think Mitch Rob would have, but he was on the bench most of the time. They're the ones that act like they wanted to win that game. And so I was down for IQ to freeze anybody out and shoot the ball last night. 2:21 thanks for the $2. James like IQ. And think IQ likes to find Obi, yes. So it was so messed up. Last night was weird. But so where are we at? What do we have? Now listen, it's normal. for people to get emotional about their favorite sports team. It's normal. It's what sports is all about, right? If you don't have anything else, you're gonna have emotion when you're dealing with sports, right? But in Knicks Nation, it's really funny because you get people that think we're world beaters one day, and then the next day we're going to win 20 games. You get people that jumping up and down, and then the next day they're ready to jump off a bridge. Same people. That's amazing. I mean, you got to have just a little bit of an even keel, right? You got to be a little even keel about this a little bit, okay? RJ, when he drops 40, everybody's like, I told you so, blah, 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 blah. And then all of a sudden, when he goes 3 for 18, I know he can never play. He's never going to be all right, I tell y'all, there's nothing like Knicks Nation in all of sports in the United States. Nothing like y'all. There's only one city that I found is like Knicks Nation. That's Philadelphia. Outside of that, man, shoot. Mr. Demon, $5 and fire Tibbs, then trade Randall, Fournier, and Rose for Westbrook. And the first round pick, Tibbs got to go with his poor rotation. Let Cam, wait, I didn't catch the rest of it. They said, let Cam and Obi go. Mm-hmm. Ace of Spade. I'm not gonna argue with no other creator, but I will say some people use it as a convenient excuse to say the roster doesn't have talent and make themselves sound like they smart and know what the hell they're talking about when they don't. Can I say it that way without calling out anybody? This Knicks roster's got talent. There's no doubt we got talent. Okay. But you're not mixing it right. Listen, just suppose for a second, right? Last year, let's suppose the rotation was Obi Toppin, Mitchell Robinson, RJ Barrett, Emmanuel Quickly, and Grimes. Let's suppose they just played those guys. And then Deuce McBride coming off the bench, right? Let's suppose they played those guys, right? They'd have probably lost a lot of games, but let me ask you something. Would all those guys be better now? Will they all come back improved? You know what I'm saying? Even, they'd come back and play, but see, that ain't what happened. So, look here, man. We got to find out what's going on. Let me ask you, I'm going to put a poll up. I'm going to put a poll up. This is asking about the 76er game on Friday, okay? All right, against Philly on Friday. Will Tibbs start the same lineup? Yeah, that's the here it is. So here, will Tibbs start the same lineup Friday that started the rest of the 7 games? All right. Okay, here's another one. That was easy, right? Here's another one. And this is easy too, I think. Let's say if Tibbs made one change, who would it be? And I'm going to give you all some options. I'm going to put some names up here. Okay, if Tibbs were to make one change for Friday, one change, who should he change? If he was to make one change, who would it be? If he was going to make one, if he's going to take one guy out the current lineup and replace him with one guy, who would be that guy? I see here. So far, it's only 20 votes, 80% for Grimes. Wow. Yeah, I kind of got to agree with that. I do agree with that. 75% for Grimes. Yep, I do agree with that because Fournier, to me, is the weak link in the starting lineup. And so I would think it'd be Fournier. the thing is that I think we all understand that Tibbs was starting Fournier for his shooting. That's why he was starting, right? He felt like he needed, in fact, he said, I feel like we need shooting in the starting lineup. Isn't that correct? Isn't that what he said? Has Fournier been shooting? Has Fournier been shooting? Right. Abrams said, what's shooting? Exactly. Now, if he's not shooting, why is he there? If he's not shooting, now he's averaging 9 points a game. Let me see here. Fournier, let me see here. I'll tell you right now, he's averaging like 10 points a game. Fournier is averaging 11 points a game. So you got Brunson, Barrett, Randall, and Fournier averaging double figures. Toppin's at 10, so he's averaging double figures. And Quickly's at 9, Hartenstein's at 8, Reddish at 8, Rose at 8. So you got a bunch of guys at 8. So they got a pretty good balance. But you're missing perimeter defense, right? And he's not giving you that high a level of shooting that you're going to say, we got to start him. Grimes is the guy, that you should really want to bring in there, Gumby asks a question. I'm not going to call it a dumb question, but let me say this about Gumby's question. Love you, Gumby. But let me say this about the question. I hate coulda, woulda, shoulda. I hate it. You know why I hate coulda, woulda, shoulda? Because coulda, woulda, shoulda don't do nothing. You understand? Coulda, woulda, shoulda don't mean jack woulda. You mean coulda, woulda, shoulda don't mean jack. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. I can't stand that. Yeah, we should have traded. I knew he was going to get all that. We should have got Donovan Mitchell. We should have got DeJounte Murray. Oh, my gosh. And it's like common sense and moment out the window. Let's talk about that for a minute. Didn't we find out that Danny Ainge had no intention of trading Mitchell to the Knicks? Didn't we find that out? That he had no intention. It was never going to happen. He was trying to fleece the Knicks, and then when he couldn't fleece them, he was going to go somewhere else. Because isn't that correct? Is that correct? So the coulda, woulda, shoulda with respect to Mitchell is stupid. Because it wasn't coming here. He wasn't coming. That's number one. And didn't we find out that Murray already wanted to go to Atlanta? Didn't we find that out, that it really was pre-planned between him and Trey, that he wanted to go to Atlanta all along? So why is it we coulda, woulda, shoulda about stuff that wasn't going to happen? Oh, my gosh, man. That is... Ugh. Love you, Gumby. You're my man. I ain't gonna say nothing else. De La Music, thanks for the $4.99. Fournier's tip security banking. That's right. Exactly on Spider. That's right. That's right. Sham's drop was Ainge playing. Yeah, Ainge was playing the whole time. We wasn't gonna get him. We wasn't gonna get him. Okay. Oh, now D-Nice77 asked an intelligent question. D-Nice, if you mind, I'm not going to call you out. I'm just going to compliment you, seriously. So why do we have all these draft picks? Who are we saving it for? That is an excellent question. D-Nice, excellent question. All right, let's talk about that. Why do we have, what do we see? That's right, the key word here. Severe. I'm calling you Severe. I don't know how to say your name. I'm sorry. I'm probably messing it up. Georgeson said flexibility. Now, why does that matter? Okay, look. You got Scoop coming out next year. Wambanya, whoever his name is, 7 feet, weigh 100 pounds coming out next year. You probably got some other great players coming out next year. You have that. There's going to be some superstar that wants out. Every summer, there's somebody. Every summer, there's somebody. Okay? And so you want to make sure. And if y'all remember now, I've been telling y'all 2 seasons. I told y'all, wait 2 seasons. Why do I say that? Because if Tibbs is here or he's not, somebody's going to have to pay Obi. And the Knicks going to have to play Obi. Okay? And Obi and Emmanuel Quickly are going to have to play, and somebody's going to want them. And so you might want to trade some of them to get a Devin Booker, to get a Luka Doncic, to get somebody that's going to come loose in 2 seasons. That's why. Okay? That's why. You never know who's going to come loose in 2 seasons. So you keep all these draft picks for that situation. Okay? In the meantime, you got to play these guys to see. Brandon Ingram, Zion Williamson. You never know. You just never know. We don't know. It could be any of those guys. Any of those guys. Okay? Can want to come loose from their team. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. It could be anybody. Okay? We don't know. So we got to have the draft picks ready, and we got to develop our players so that they're marketable, so that we can make that trade for that guy that's going to bring us to that next level. Could be Anthony Edwards. You never know. Anthony Edwards might want out, right? You never know. Okay? So you hold on, and you just wait until you get the right guy. Don't jump on the first one. They put their hat in the ring for the 2 guys we talked about. Ainge wasn't going to do business, and Atlanta already knew. It's like with us and Brunson. Listen, everybody in the world knew that Brunson was coming to New York. That's why they're doing an investigation with the Knicks. Well, listen, apparently everybody in the world knew that DeJounte Murray was going to Atlanta. Okay? So, is what it is. So, look, you're holding the draft picks for that purpose. Okay? Right now, y'all got to just be patient. Whatever happens, we got to be patient. Now, I did tell you that if Randall keeps playing real good, we could keep him, right? But there is an other side to that. If he reverts back to what he's been most of his career, we should trade him. Okay? Trade him. I don't know what's going to happen, but it seems, he could turn around against Philly Friday. I don't know. And that's the thing about Randall. You don't know. He's like the Chinese cookie. You just, the fortune cookie. You never know what you're going to get. I don't know. So, I don't know what's going to happen. We're going to see. Then there's Fournier. Listen. I'd love if Evan Fournier came off the bench for the Knicks. He would be perfect coming off the bench for the Knicks. Evan Fournier would be perfect coming off the bench for the Knicks. He really would. Especially if we could start Grimes. He would be perfect coming off the bench. Okay? Yeah, I know Harden not playing, but y'all know we the Knicks, right? Y'all know we the Knicks, right? You know what that means? Maxie might get 50. Shoot. Thanks for the $2 super chat. Trade Randy and Frenchie while we have value. That's right. But he'd be good coming off the bench as a shooter. Frenchie would. I think he'd be a really good bench player. So, I don't know. We're going to see what happens. We're going to see. Even though I really believe he's going to start that same 5 on Friday, I think if Grimes is healthy, you're going to start seeing him eat into Cam's minutes. You're going to see him eat into Cam's minutes more. He listed Grimes as situational against Atlanta, but if he I don't know. This is going to be interesting, man. Y'all, this is going to be interesting. So if the Knicks end up firing Thibodeau, don't get your hopes up for nobody but Johnny Bryant's going to be the head coach. I'm going to tell you right now. Johnny Bryant would be the head coach. And they'll immediately start moving Randall and Fournier. Okay. Immediately they start moving Randall and Fournier. If Tibbs gets fired. Glenn Cove, all right. Glenn Cove, the home of a famous boxer named Howard Davis. I don't know if you know who Howard Davis was. Howard Davis was an Olympic champion lightweight boxer back in the 70s and 80s. Glen Cove, Long Island. Yeah. Hofstra, okay, Hofstra. That's Hempstead, that's out there. Yeah. So, and it's funny your name is Will Beggs because one of my family names is Beggs. Yeah, it's one of my family names, Beggs. But not spelled like that though. But yeah. So that's what I'm saying. I'm wondering if Tibbs is gonna go down running the same crew, or is he gonna make a change before they let him go? That's what I don't know. We're gonna see. Thank you, Adrian Pagano, $4.99. The real question isn't if they fire Tibbs, it's if when they do fire. Early is I think All-Star break, but my gut says finishes this year. That's totally possible, Mr. Pagano. That's totally possible, Adrian. That could definitely happen. It depends on how the Knicks are doing. If we have a number of games like this game against Atlanta, he's gone by the All-Star break. Yeah. If they start showing some progress and winning, and then going 500 or a little better, yeah, he's gonna make it to the end of the year. He'll make it there. Okay, he'll make it, and changes will be made over the summer. But we'll see. Yeah, you got a number, but you just named the team. I mean, see, look, you got, and I don't think Minnesota's gonna be as good as everybody think, but you got Philly, you got Chicago, Cleveland, Detroit, Indiana, Milwaukee. Well, not Milwaukee so much, but Atlanta, maybe Charlotte with LaMelo Ball. You got a number of teams that have players that in 2 seasons they may win out. Orlando's chock full of them, right? You got a number of teams that have Houston, of course. Then you got Phoenix. Who knows? With Booker. I mean, there's a number. Then there's Anthony Simons in Portland, and then there's a number of teams. You just don't know. That 2 years you may get somebody that wants out, man. That's what I'm saying. And so you gotta wait. You got the draft picks, you got the young players. Let's just wait, So I think we'll be all right. There's no need. People, let's see what it is that, and this is the thing. When somebody say, for example, we don't have talent, depends on how fast Tibbs ship runs into iceberg. That's right, 2189. When somebody say we don't have talent, talent to do what? That's what the question I asked. Talents to do what? So, like, if you're thinking the Knicks were going to win a championship this year, well, yeah, they don't have the talent to win a championship. Not this year. Okay? But if you're telling me they don't have a talent to go 500, I'm disagreeing with you in strong terms. They got the talent to go 500, and they got the talent to win 45 games, in my opinion. They just have to put it together. Okay? They got the talent to do that. So I'm wondering when somebody said they lack talent and they need a star. What do you? That's what I'm saying. What is your expectations? Are you expecting them to be in the conference finals? If you're expecting that, yeah, they don't have the talent for that. No, they're not going to get it this year either. Okay, no. But if you're telling me they can't be the 6th to 8th seed with 45 wins, they could. They could. They just have to play right. Okay. They just have to play right. And I believe, with all due respect to Adrian, and he made a good point, I believe that's what's holding them back from firing Tibbs. Because you know what? They don't want to pull the plug. If they want to make sure they run this thing out and see how it is. So you're going to have to see a number of nights, like Wednesday night, before they fire Tibbs at the All-Star break. And that could happen now. It could. But we'll see. I kind of believe they're going to win more than I think they're a better than 500 team. Even I know it looks crazy now, but I think they are. I think they're at least 500 team, and I think they can at least. And I'm thinking 45 wins. I really do. So I want to see how this last 10 games ends up. Do they beat Philly Friday? If they do, can they beat Boston? And then they got Minnesota. Can we win a couple of those games? If they could, then I'm going to, I'm sticking with my prediction, 45 or more, because I think they're going to get better as the team goes on. We'll see what happens. It starts Friday. I mean, really, they should have beaten Atlanta. I mean, how could you be up 23 points and lose the game? Oh my gosh, man. And you know what? Look, that's on Tibbs and Brunson. That's on Tibbs and Brunson. Willie Crew, 199, man. I trade Randall for Jackie Moon at this point. But really, I put it on Tibbs and Brunson. First of all, so you're up 23. They're coming back rapidly. Tibbs calls timeout. Smart move. He calls timeout, but he puts the same lineup back on the floor. Now, come on. First of all, I had somebody in in the video I did today brought a good comment. I forgot who it was, so I can't give you the credit because I can't remember. But they said that the Randall RJ experiment should be over. You know what? In fact, here's another poll. Here's a poll for that one. Let's start another poll. Should the Knicks end the RJ Randall combo? There you go. Hey, there you go. Should the Knicks end the Randall RJ? They don't play well together. They do not play well together. Both of them play better when the other one's off the floor. Both of them do. That's telling you they cannot play good together. Okay. Both of them play better when the other one's off the floor. Okay. And so that's another reason to trade Randall. If you want RJ to flourish, he's your young guy, he's your 3 overall pick. If you want him to flourish, to have a chance to flourish, you need to move Randall. Okay. They do not play well together. But in fact, let's look at the stats. I'm going to look at last season when Obi and RJ were on the same floor together. When they were on the floor together last year, let's see. I'm going to see what the results were. All right, let's see what the results for that was. Let's go with the 3-man. Let's see. RJ, I'm looking for Obi Toppin. RJ and Randall were -4. RJ and Fournier were -2. RJ and Randall and Robinson were -4. Daggone. I'm looking for, where's Obi? Obi and Quickly were +12. Quickly and Burks were +11. I'm looking for Obi and RJ. I guess they don't play much together. Yeah, I guess they don't play much together. I don't see that one. Let's see the 4-man combinations. Well, Obi and Quickly, man, they those cats can play. They play together, man. They play good together. They play real good together. Well, I don't know, but RJ and Randall do not mix well together. They just don't. Okay, they don't. So now look, if it was Sam Presti, if it was Danny Ainge, if it was Pat Riley, what would they do? Seriously. If it was Pat Riley, if it was Sam Presti, if it was Danny Ainge, what would they do? What would they do? What do you think? I think they would have made a trade. I think they would have recognized these analytics and made a trade a while ago. I think they would have did that. Yeah. They would have made that trade away. Okay. They would have done that. Ainge would have did it. Pat Riley would have did it. Sam Presti would have did it. Okay. Devin Dunn. Well, Masai Ujiri would have did it. Devin, see. So That experiment should end. 91% of you all agree with that. I'm seeing how many votes. 91% of you all agree out of 76 votes that experiment should end. I agree with that. That experiment should end. It's not working. It's not working. Okay, it's not working. Does the fact that we have basically no evidence that RJ and Obi? Well, you know what? I'd like to look at that closer. That's a Jarrell. I'd like to look at that closer. I don't know that they can't play together because I'm not seeing any stats with them on the floor together. I'm just trying to find RJ Barrett. Here we go. RJ, Obi, Fournier, and Burks last year, +2. RJ, Obi, Fournier, and Burks +2. Let's see what else do we have. Let's see. That's the only ones I see here. All right, RJ, yeah, that's it. Just they played 141 minutes together last year. They were +2. Yeah. I don't know. They were +2 last year. I don't know. I don't know. Not yet. Doesn't show. I think it's too early. Doesn't show yet. Let me see. Doesn't show for this year at 7 games. Let's take a look. Maybe. Let's see. Oh, they do have some. Okay, they do have some. Okay, wait. Let's see. Obi, Rose, Quickly, RJ, Hartenstein. Woo! Only 7 minutes, but +55. Wow. Obi, RJ, Brunson, Fournier, Hartenstein. Only 5 minutes, +80. Yeah, shoot. But it's interesting. Obi, Rose, Reddish, Quickly, Hartenstein, -7. That's interesting. Obi, Reddish, Quickly, Hartenstein, Brunson, +49. Wow. Also, I looked it up today. The Knicks have the 4th best scoring bench in the NBA right now. Told you all they were going to be top 5. They score 43 points a game. To me, and that's without Grimes. Ace of Spade asked, would I attach a pick to get rid of Randall? That's a good question, man. I don't know. I think a better question, though, is would Leon Rose do it? And I don't think he would. I don't think he'll do it. Leon is cheap. He's not going to attach a pick to get rid of Randall. Yeah. The thing about Julius Randle is he's kind of a tease. Like you look at him and he's got the body of a star, man. 6'8", 6'9", 250 pounds of muscle, can jump and run, agile, hostile. But then, he disappoints you with his IQ. And he doesn't make everybody around him better. He needs a guy that does that. He would be, let me tell you something, honestly. If Julius Randle played on a team with LaMelo Ball, he would be an all-star. If he played on a team with LeBron James, he would be an all-star. If he played on a team where somebody on that team is making everybody better, Julius would show out. I'm telling you right now, he would. He would show out. Okay? So, but he's not. That's not this team. They suspended Kyrie? Mm-hmm. See, to me, that's where it gets real, y'all. See, people talk, but if you don't see somebody, this is the thing, just a little thing on the Kyrie situation. I think I did say my piece. But I will say this, man. See, look, as long as you singing, dancing, dribbling, tackling, and running, keeping your mouth shut, you can get paid. But if you start talking anything truth, you're going to lose your money. They're going to cut you off. So when people talk about this guy saying something, what I want to know is it costing them anything yet? Really, is it costing them anything? And so Kyrie, they was basically begging him to apologize, and he wouldn't. They were basically begging him, and he said, "No, stop asking me." Now that is a guy standing at all costs. See, so they suspended him. Okay, they trying to drive him out the league now. Whenever somebody stands for truth in the media, when you're talking about entertainers, you see, brethren, I'm just trying to be real with y'all. Black people has always been able to entertain and make money since after slavery, since after 1900, the singing, the dancing, that we've been always able to box, Jack Johnson, play football, baseball, basketball, always being able to run track like Jesse Owens, been able to do that, no problem. Don't open your mouth though. When you start talking about your people oppression and all that, that's it. Okay, that's it. Okay, that's it. And so you'll know a real one when they start costing themselves money. When they start telling the people that write their checks, forget y'all. I don't care. Lauryn Hill did that. Not many do it though. Lauryn Hill did it. Lauryn Hill did it. Remember the Fuji? Lauryn Hill did it. And Tyrese done. Not that many people do it. Not that many people do it. Ali did it, and it cost him his prime. Did it not? It cost him his prime. Let me tell you, man. If Ali wouldn't have got messed up with that draft, they wouldn't have dogged him like that. There'd be no question who the greatest of all time is without question, without question. Nobody could touch him. Literally couldn't touch him. That's how bad he was. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, but it cost him his prime. Cost him his prime. Frazier would have never been able to beat him. Nobody would have been able to beat him if they didn't do that to him for 3 years. 3 years, you cost him of his prime. Okay, so is what it is, man. But so we're gonna see what happens Friday. I mean, he's gonna come out with the same, the same five. I'm wondering if Grimes gonna get some more time. It's gonna probably eat into Cam's time. That's the only guy I could see. He's not. Thank you. He's not going to take away Quickly's time. He's not taking. It might cost Rose. He's not taking away Obi's time, who's not getting a lot of time right now. He's not taking that. So Hartenstein, no. It might cost Cam or it costs D Rose time, but he's going to get. I think he's going to get Grimes in there with some more time. Yeah, we're going to see what happens. If he gets hurt again, we'll see Keith. But I think they're going to try to get him in there. Cam, man, I'm just disappointed. I'm disappointed. Maybe he can ball out against Philly on Friday. I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed in Cam. I thought Cam would be that man, that Ben Mathurin man. You think that's what it is, recession proof? I don't know. How many minutes did he get this last game? He got minutes. How many minutes did he get? 15 minutes? How many minutes did he get in this last game? What did he get? Let me see here. Against Atlanta, what did he got? Cam played 15 minutes. He played 15 minutes. Yeah, against Atlanta. Yeah. Well, what you think, Cruz? Did you actually think iHeart was going to be some sort of all-star? I told you he's a good backup. What y'all tripping about him? iHeart's playing excellent. He's not an all-star type dude, man. He's playing good. Yeah, that's what I heard, Kevin. Everybody's saying that. I think y'all might get your wish. You're going to get Johnny Bryant as your coach. Yeah, you're going to get Johnny Bryant. And if you get Johnny Bryant, that might be really good. We're going to see. That might be really good. We're going to see what happens. I'm concerned about Tyrese Maxey. I'm not as concerned about Joel Embiid, not with Mitch Rob. I'm not concerned with him. I'm concerned with Tyrese Maxey. And I'm concerned with the Knicks' three-point defense. That's why I'm hoping Grimes is healthy. I'm concerned with the three-point defense. And the thing is, y'all know, right? How many of y'all watched the game last night? They played, that is the Knicks, high-level three-point defense in the first 2 quarters. Y'all seen that? They was chasing dudes off the three-point line. I mean, they played high-level three-point defense against Atlanta in the first, and then all of a sudden they just stopped. They stopped getting out to the shooters. They stopped running fast. I don't know. Maybe they was tired. I don't know. And then when Mobb Deep outscores them 20-0, why don't you just keep anyway? Anyway. Yeah, they did something, man. That's right, organic. They took melatonin or something. Oh gosh, that was sick. They were playing, and I was concerned. I was concerned. Like they got up too fast, too quick. I don't know. Then I saw DeJounte throw up a couple. Throw up a couple of threes, and they went splash. I was like, oh, we'll see what happened, man. I don't know. No, Gerald Williams, because if you're watching the games, they call some stupid stuff on Mitch Rob. Yesterday, he snatched a board. He made DeAndre Hunter look like a midget. He snatched the board, and they called the foul. I mean, that kind of stuff. Come on, man. That's ridiculous type stuff was going on yesterday. Ridiculous. You know. No, I'm not worried about Mitch Rob against Joel Embiid. I'm not. Not at all. Yeah, oh, man, come on, man. I was like, what? Yeah, I saw it Harden is out, but I'm still not trusting that. I'm still not trusting that. Yeah, but no, he didn't touch him. It's almost like he got the rebound over a fire hydrant, Gumby. I mean, come on. What, you going to call a foul because the fire hydrant is a fire hydrant? Come on. Thanks for the $2.21.89. They wanted to give Goofy L with the Barge a chance. That's right. Yeah, watch Maxey drop 40. Something stupid's getting ready to happen. I don't feel it. I'm not worried about Harris. I'm not worried about him. But he's a regular season all-star and playoff disappearing dude. My man Long Island dude. So, but Harris, I'm not worried about him either. No, I'm not worried about him either. Keith Turner says, RJ's the worst defender I have ever seen. You must be Ray Charles. You got to be Stevie Wonder because you ain't seeing nothing. I don't know what you seeing, bro. Shoot. Anyway. And Fournier says, hello, exactly. The worst defender I've ever seen. What he do, man? What he do? Bang it? No, let me not say that. What do you do? Mess with your cousin or something, man? What's up? What's up with that hate, man? Come on, baby. What's up with that hate? What's up with that hate, man? Huh? Come on, man. Don't be hating on the young boy. Oh, gosh, Keith. That was a little bit exaggerative, a little bit. Keith, you think you might have went over the line a little bit on that? A little bit. Just a little bit. But they make it fun though, Cash Out James. Keith and Gumby Jeff are the type of flavor you need. You need some salt and you need some pepper. You need a little bit of this and a little bit of that. You need some oregano. You need some basil. You need a little bit of this and that. You need a little different flavor. Yeah, I heard CH. That's what everybody say. He said, I ain't kissing. Oh, he must have did something to your cousin. He must have. Who was it? Was it your little baby cousin? He just dumped her? Is that what it was? He just dumped her. Okay. Well, I'd rather you vent here than go do something else, So that's cool. I hope not past Friday. Fish Hobbyist asked how long we figure Evan stays a starter. Daggone it, I'd like to see him. I'd like to see his career as a Knicks starter end on Friday, like yesterday. Like, can we go back in time? Talk about coulda, woulda, shoulda. You know what I'm saying? If we could end his starting career with the Knicks, the sooner the better. Yeah. Oh, man. The Chinese packs we keep throwing out. That's right, 2189. That's right. Oh, gosh, man. So, Philly Friday, Saturday night against Boston. This is going to be interesting, y'all. It's going to be interesting. Yeah, stop, Abraham. See, you shouldn't say, when you say Woj, listen, Woj is like, E.F. Hutton, man. When somebody say Woj, I'm looking. Don't say Woj said that. I wish he would. I wish he would, man. But you know, the thing is about Evan Fournier, though, seriously, though, he's a cool dude. You know what? You like a dude like that in New York, right? You know what I'm saying? Don't front, right? I mean, Evan Fournier is cool, man. And I met him personally, but just seeing, observing, he looked like a New York style dude, somebody you want to hang out with, Evan Fournier. But I just don't want him starting. You know, I'd like him to come off the bench. You know. Yeah, he'd be cool on the bench. That's all I'm saying. He'd be good on the bench. Yeah, I don't know if y'all think that Tibbs has Cam sitting in the corner. I don't think it's Tibbs that has Cam sitting in the corner. I think it's the guys on the floor have Cam sitting in the corner. But we'll see. Yes, Johnny Bryan is that guy. I think he'll be the next coach. We'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens. Oh, Jarrell says maybe it's deuce time because it's a back-to-back. Well, I don't know. Tibbs don't seem to care about that if we judge from his past experience. He played Kemba back-to-back. You believe that? Yeah. I don't know, man. Man, we'll see what happens. But I'm hoping for. Listen, man, I'm a Knicks fan, so I'm pulling for the Knicks to win against Philly on Friday. I'm pulling for the Knicks to win in Philly on Friday. Yeah, I'm pulling for the Knicks to win on Friday in Philly. Come on, come through, y'all. Come through. Let's do this. New York. Yeah, Kemba, he got suspended or something. Yeah. No, Johnny Bryant. I think I like Johnny Bryant. Yeah. Come on, New York. Let's get this thing done, though. Friday, tomorrow night. Do what you do. Let's get this done. Let's get this win. Let's get this dub. Let's go. Okay. No Harden. Let's bring all the noise, man. Let's bring all the noise. Okay. Through Philly. Let's get this done. Although I have to say, the Knicks don't play well on Friday night. They're not good on Friday night usually. Historic. They're not good on Friday night. I hope it changes Friday. Yeah. Yoshimoto right there. That's right. Yoshimoto be like Kato, Bruce Lee right next door. That's right. Yoshimoto. That's right. Yoshimoto is a cool dude. I've seen worse messes than the Knicks. It's called the Nets. Let me see. Let's see. Today's Thursday. Probably Sunday. Sphere is asking when we'll come back next. Probably Sunday. We'll probably have a pregame tomorrow. You know, in the morning, go over Phillies. You know what we're going to do. How can we beat them? And then we'll probably come back Sunday and review both the games. Sunday. Yeah, we'll be back Sunday. Yeah. So, anyway, thank y'all so much for coming out. I'm just looking at that last poll. So 170 of y'all voted. The Knicks should end 90% the RJ Randall combo. I hear you. I'm with you on that. Definitely with y'all on that. Definitely. The Knicks should end the RJ Randall combination. Thank all of y'all for the super chats. Did I get all that? How do I list them? I wish I could list them out so I can tell y'all thank you personally. Yeah, I'm kind of glad we didn't get Kyrie. I didn't want Kyrie because he gets hurt too much, man. It's nothing to do with him as a man. He's real, for real. Thanks for the $2, Willie. But he gets hurt too much. He never plays a full season. He's only playing like 40 games, 60, 50 games. Kyrie hurt a lot, you know. So that's my problem with him. But as far as a finisher, he's the best in the NBA right now to me. Kyrie Irving, the best finisher in the NBA. Yeah, Circus at Barclays. That's right. Yes, but as a man, Kyrie's mad real. That's the dude right there. He's mad real. Big me. That's my man right there. I'm all with Kyrie on that. All with him. Okay, no doubt. No doubt, no doubt. Yeah, he does tend, but you know what? I look at it, D977 say he's a distraction. And I was looking at it like that until this week. You know what made me change my mind this week? I decided, and D Nice, let me see what you say, D977. I came to the conclusion that Kyrie is losing his platform as a ministry to reach his people with knowledge. And so when I look at him now, I'm looking at a guy that's really trying to do a ministry to give his people knowledge from his platform. And so it's different. Yes, it's a distraction. It's a distraction to the team because the media makes it a distraction. But I'm looking at him now as a minister almost, because he's ready to give knowledge to inform his people, even if it costs him. I think Evan should go to the bench. I don't think they'll be able to trade him right now, but he should go to the bench. Yeah, but you see, there's sometimes D977, you're right, but there's things that's bigger than the team. NBA teams are teams filled with 10 to 15 millionaires. Okay, he's helping people out here on the street with the knowledge that he's dropping. Okay, and that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. It's bigger than basketball. It's bigger than basketball. And he's willing to risk his career to do it. I got mad respect for Kyrie Irving. Mad respect. I wouldn't want him on my team because he always gets hurt. And yes, it would be a big distraction. But I'm feeling like he's ministry. I really do. So I do feel like that. But anyway, thank you all for all your support and love. I greatly appreciate the love. Y'all don't know how much fun y'all make this for me, man. This really is a lot of fun. Some of y'all just really, man, it's all good, man. All good, all good. Yeah, that's right. 2189, that's right. So look, thanks for it's almost 100 likes. Thank you all for that. I'm going to be back. I should be able to do a video tomorrow previewing the game, strategy, and all that. And then Sunday, we're going to review the two games, the Philly game and the Boston game from Saturday night. And we'll be back here on Sunday for that. Please be safe out there. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy, but be safe. It's a dangerous world we live in. Be good. So.